Hello, fabulous Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the year of 2016, looking at life and love. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here and Happy New Year. This year, in many ways, will be one of tangible manifestation. Things are going to happen. Progress is going to be made, but it's not necessarily a straight line going up. Rather, it is you taking a few steps and then reconsidering your strategy as you move forward. Mercury is going to be retrograde 3 times this year. That's pretty much normal and pretty much in Earth signs. So when this takes place, it essentially means that you're looking at how you're making money. You're looking at what you're doing for your career. You're looking at, are you aligning your work with a sense of higher purpose as well? But more importantly, are you manifesting from that place? Is your life purpose actually connected to the way that you are living and the way that you're creating your prosperity? So wherever it is that you think you have the answer, some questions may arise. And wherever it is that you know you're not certain, some very important experiences will arise and some very important contemplation will take place that will allow you to get clear as to your direction. You're certainly going to be helped by a very positive conversation that's going to continue in the first part of this year that actually started back in the fall of 2015, and that is the conversation taking place, a supremely harmonious conversation taking place between Jupiter and Pluto. All of us are going to benefit from this. For you, this really is about the workplace being that much more fun, that much more healing, and that much more supportive, and allowing you to make changes that feel truly empowering in the process. Where it comes to love, and also where it comes to yourself, right? Because love tends to be one of those things that has a very personal significance at the same time. And where it comes to these matters, what we have happening this year is Mars retrograde season. So if you're a regular friend and fan, you may know, you may remember, last year, 2015, we had Venus retrograde season. It isn't just about the retrograde period, but the shadow that counts as well. So as soon as a planet starts walking along a sidewalk, a pathway, that it will go backwards on, we have entered shadow. And so essentially what a planet does when it's about to go retrograde, first it enters shadow, goes retrograde, goes retro, and then goes direct again, and then leaves shadow. For you, this process is going to be particularly interesting, and it's going to reach not only elements of love and elements of desire and attraction, but even have more far-reaching consequences in terms of you having a really clear understanding of just where you are headed. If there are any doubts, if you've had any insecurities, if there's been anything that's been getting in the way of a clear vision for your life, something to be enthusiastic about, something worth working for, this year is going to help you tremendously to put the past behind you, understand what is done and has served its purpose, and how now you are ready to move purposely forward. So we have this Mars retrograde season speaking to you throughout much of the early part of the year, starting in February right into, and you'll be feeling this, right into the very late part of the summer. So for this whole extended period, you will be experiencing and you will be feeling your ruling planet going forward, slowing to a stop, and then going backwards, slowing to a stop, and going forward again. And in the same way, you are going to be doing the same thing. Mars will be doing this dance between the signs of Scorpio and Sagittarius. So for you, these areas of the sky have to do with meaningful honesty, understanding that you want and what really is essential in your life, but particularly where it comes to love, particularly where it comes to relationships, that you want something that is honest, that is true, that has the potential to reach into you, into a very honest part of you and change you in ways that you like. This is how this particular Mars retrograde season is going to shape you in very important ways, and especially in the context of love, desire, attraction, and also commitment for a very long time to come, years to come for that matter. So we will have Mars moving through Scorpio and into Sag, from Sag into Scorpio, and then forward again, Scorpio into Sag. All of this says to me that you are reconsidering intimacy. You want the real thing. You're reconsidering sharing. If you're in an established bond, what does it mean to truly share of yourself? To be vulnerable. And what are the layers of that? There are emotional layers, yes, but there are also layers to this that have to do with sharing your resources, sharing your money, sharing your finances. Are you comfortable with the financial agreements that you have, or the financial agreements you found yourself in where it comes to an established bond? What are you afraid of losing where it comes to being open to a greater love? All of this is going to come up to your awareness and to your understanding. And as you decide on your direction, consciously decide where you want to go, you will find yourself letting go of burdens, letting go of baggage, and making some very distinct changes in your state of spirit that allow you to experience love on levels that you might not have known before. There are more personal applications to this as well. The changes, the baggage you let go of is not only going to be speaking to love, not only going to be speaking to the hurts that you've been carrying, but also what you know that it is you're ready to release. So there's an element here of maybe things that you've been holding on to, maybe you haven't been completely open about. This is your time to share. Or maybe there are things that you know have served their purpose. It's time to consciously end them. Do a little ritual, understand what it is, people, places, things, situations, and to make that decision consciously and with courage so that you can allow a bigger vision for your life to open up. Ultimately, what this sky says to me is that you are moving towards a greater sense of excitement and a greater sense of enthusiasm for life and for love as well. As we move into the later part of the year, Jupiter will move into your opposite sign. This is really exciting, and this is going to bless your love life in all kinds of ways, helping you to affirm the commitments you have, making those bonds that much sweeter, and also allowing you to understand how to be more available to love as well. Before we get to the very end of 2016, that's when the really big breakthroughs happen. In 2017 is going to be a year that changes you, that shifts you in ways that could last a lifetime. And I don't say that lightly. You are going to come to understand yourself, your joy, your love, your vision with a greater sense of excitement and enthusiasm, and engaging your life with a greater clarity than you have before, and a greater sense of presence than you have before. This year, 2016, really sets the stage, has you doing the work, has you checking in with yourself to make sure you like what it is that you are manifesting, to make sure that you like where it is that you're going. And with that clarity and with that certainty, you can't help but experience more of a future that does genuinely excite you, that does genuinely bring enthusiasm, a future that you are certain to like very much.